Shaft. And it's rare that people get to say this, but he's a bad motherfucker, man. I'm tired of people not letting that man say that. Because he truly is. Truly is, man.
You know, they say that cat Shaft is a bad mother.
Shut your mouth.
Ignore him. He thinks he's a black James Bond.
That dude was real. He think he was me.
Found a new way, Martin, to go in and pitch DT merch.
Oh, nice.
Yes, Martin. See, y'all, it's not me. It's God.
Voice of God.
The voice of God is, he says, go to DT merch and get the classic Black Tears the White logo, that coffee cup, jerseys, baby tees. If you do my bidding, Martin, you shall have the gift of choice. I was like, will you stop?
Brothers, sisters.
Well, there it is. Martin's new shirt, The Great and Powerful Oz. Want to take a closer look?
I would like one. It's hard to see it from there.
Yeah, look at that right there. Damn, Martin. Martin, you got potential.
You think so?
I think so, man.
Maybe I'll keep with it then.
Keep it up, man.
Try something else.
I mean, you got a little work to do, a little more ways to go, but you're almost there, Martin.
I know.
I love it. While you're dropping money on us, why don't you do this? Why don't you subscribe over at doubletoasted.com? You know, that's where we do the live streams like we're doing right now, Martin. Mm-hmm. And we couldn't do that if it wasn't for your support. So please subscribe, donate if you want to. You can also help us out by even listening. You ain't got to do a damn thing, but just listen. It's kind of hard to forget that all started back with the original in 1971.
That's right.
That's some cold shit. Throwing my man Leroy out the window.
See, that's what I love about these. They just hit a motherfucker out of nowhere. Just like, hit that dude like, damn, man, I thought you were still talking. Shit. I thought you were finishing the sentence. And they used to edit these trailers, man. It's a long trailer. You need to watch this, man. It's funny. They edit these trailers to emphasize action, so they just edit it all crazy. Mm-hmm. I love it. That nigga tried to fly. Look at it. Now, the thing with the 1971 Shaft, it's a groundbreaking and important film directed by Gordon Parks. And Gordon Parks, he changed how race was looked upon on screen because a lot of people don't know this, but Shaft was originally written for a white character. Yeah. And that's why with this, you're seeing one of your first big black leads in an action movie of this type. So culturally, it advanced black people in film, and that is 1971 that happened. So you come from this culturally, racially advancing film, Martin, to this. Gordon Parks was like, God damn. I just left. I mean, I know it's been decades, but you know, in the wide scheme of things, I ain't been gone that long, and you Negroes fucked this up already. I can't say that I was looking forward to this from the trailer. I would tell you that right now, because I was really surprised by Shaft 2000, which did a great job at bringing Shaft into the modern age.
Really did.
I know you loved it. Now, I don't know if I loved it. I saw it twice, so it's a very enjoyable film. But I have to say that, you know, they did a good job at bringing Samuel Jackson in and having him capture the tone of, an old blaxploitation hero, action hero.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, it's no reason why you should judge this particular movie, which they're all named Shaft, except for the ones that are like Shaft Big Score and Shaft in Africa. Yeah, you know, those. But other than that, they're all named Shaft. So you got to put a date on it.
Right.
Shaft 2019. There's no reason why that one, after looking at how the last trailer for Shaft 2000 was.
Was it 2000?
It was 2000.
Okay.
Shaft 2000. I mean, I wish they had called it that.
I know.
But I think people thought he probably would have been like a cyborg or something.
There'd been so many bad movies with 2000 on the end.
Yeah, exactly.
And they would have thought he was going to be a robot.
Yeah. Futuristic Shaft or something. No, you know, they just went with Shaft. And that's what we're kind of doing here. Even though now we have a new addition to the family. And as I said, there's no use in looking at a trailer and trying to judge it. We'll look at the trailer right here again, though, and we'll be back. You saw this, right? Mm-hmm. We'll be back with our review.
I need your help for a case.
You come in here with your skinny ass jeans, your button-down plaid Gap shirt. Any nigga with 2 eyes and a dick could read you a mile away.
Please don't use the N-word.
What? Music.
I already heard somebody over there. Was that
That's
you?
actually
Somebody.
the music they play in that scene.
No, it is not.
That's what's weird. The music they're playing right there doesn't fit that scene.
Yeah. Anytime you get the auto-tune version of Shaft, it's time to go. It's time to pull the plug on this shit.
Son, you look like shit. How could you look 20 years older than my gray ass?
Let me start out positive with this. You know, I don't like to be all about the negativity. Opening credits were cool.
Nah, come on.
They were.
They were.
I mean,
They
I'm
were.
not
They
lying.
were.
Look, I'm being completely serious right here. The opening credits here. First, they had it open up with Shaft back in the what was it, like 88, something like that. Back in 88, he's with Regina Hall, his girl at the time, and they're having an argument. Big shootout happens. Turns out that Shaft Jr. is in the back seat, just a little infant, and Regina Hall says, "No, I gotta leave your crazy ass. You putting us in danger."
Yeah.
And when they leave, the credits open up, and you see how the passage of time occurs with them playing hip hop for every era, and then you see parts of history, along with the gifts that. And I thought it was a funny gag, the gifts that Shaft would give his kid.
Yeah.
Like at 10, he gave him Magnum condoms. So.
Sure.
Brother, I'm trying to pull
I
in
know.
a little bit.
No. Don't get me wrong. I found some positive things. It's just that with that gag, I was like, all right, is Chef retarded now? Because I mean, a joke's a joke, but it's like, come on.
See,
guys.
I just kind of, it's just a dumb joke, but I just kind of thought like, all right, maybe they'll just show that he just didn't give a f. Or he just didn't keep track of time that well or something.
Sure.
I don't know. I was trying to give it the benefit of the
Sure,
doubt.
but what you find out later makes you go back and go, well, hold on. Why was he sending him these shitty gifts?
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to let it slide, man. Some people told me that the movie's funny. So I did not criticize. I kept an open mind. I said, I ain't going to say shit.
Right. I'm only saying that particular joke. I was like,
Yeah, no, I got you, man. I got you. I was just going on. I'm trying to go with it. I'm trying to keep it open. Now, there's some shit I got my critic mind on. I'm like,
Sure,
all right, don't do this early.
but
this is 5 minutes.
I wasn't hating this.
I
movie.
know. I heard you. No, I get you. No, and I was trying not to hate either, man. I said, don't be that person 5 minutes in the movie. Don't be the person that Shaft would help. I'm sitting up there in my skinny jeans, taking notes and shit.
Yeah, you didn't like it because he was talking about you.
Yeah, I was mad about that shit too. What, you a critic? What, you trying to be white? Jesus, man.
Jesus, I know.
I'm just trying to make money, man. But
Just don't like getting shot at, but okay.
yeah, but after the credits, that's when the first 10 minutes after the credits, the first 10 minutes of the movie focus on Jesse Usher as John Shaft Jr. right there. And if you don't recognize him, you might recognize him as Will Smith's son in Independence Day 2. He needs to stop playing the son of characters more popular and famous than he is because it ain't working out too well.
Yeah.
That first 10 minutes of this movie is so bad. So bad, man. It's so shitty because it's not this kid's fault. I'm not gonna do. They just get the material they give him to
It's
work
the material because I found that I was like, I don't mind him. I mean, I like the way he's able to ad-lib little things and have these asides where he's talking about the situation.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this kid's okay. It's just that this whole setup, the way this is put together, not so much.
They're forcing the comedy, and they're forcing it mainly on him in the movie, and they're giving him really shitty material to work with. We already saw the bad physical comedy with his ass bumping into the glass. There's moments in here where they give him lines that are straight out of almost straight out of a Wayans Brothers movie. The whole that whole thing. Oh, is everybody so violent in Harlem?
Damn.
Oh, there's no non-violent people in Harlem.
That's a Damon Wayans line.
that
right there.
is.
Marlon Wayans line
Marlon
right
Wayans
there.
line,
Yeah.
and it was just such a. You guys are moving somewhere. Don't stop to do this.
Yeah,
Whoever's editing this movie, cut that part out.
Yeah. At least with comedy, you can afford to be silly. Even if it's bad, at least, you're in the domain of what you're supposed to be. But when the drama is sillier than the comedy, it's time to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
This movie, they got drama that is straight out of a comedy, man. There's a part where in the movie where Junior goes to a bad neighborhood. It's one of those movie neighborhoods that is so bad that every cliche is happening all at one time. And they show you every cliche because they just have his head turned and they do a bad edit. Like one part his head turns, there's a hooker on the corner selling ass. His head turns again, there's the drug addict in the alley talking to himself. He turns his head again, there's just a random white dude in a suit
Actively being mugged.
Being mugged. And all this is broad daylight. This is some shit out of a cartoon.
Yeah, it was very cartoonish.
And I must say that the shit is happening before noon because they do time it. He goes to see his dad and he talks about his dad drinking at 11 o'clock.
That's right.
And I was like, God damn, this shit is happening at 10 in the morning. It's like that hoe, that drug addict, and that mugger, they all went to work at 10.
They clocked in.
They clocked in.
Morning, Ralph. Morning, Sam.
Yeah, it's like the white victim and the mugger, that was their job. Oh, well, let's start the day. Don't no, please help! Oh God, dude! Wait till you break for lunch.
Feel like Chinese today? I had that yesterday. Let's do pizza.
They don't show you in the movie, but he's investigating the death of his friend Kareem, and they foreshadow that death so badly. Because do you remember that part? Because they ask, it's a simple line. They ask Kareem, they say, "So Kareem," because they haven't seen each other in a while, and Junior, he asked Kareem, he's like, "So Kareem, enough about me. What have you been doing?" And he threw so many out.
Right.
Well,
well, I got this thing I'm gonna tell you guys about. Oh, I got a call.
Yeah.
Well, I have to tell you about it later.
Oh, but
wait, you can't just deliver 2 sentences right now before you leave.
Oh, Martin, you said it too straight. Kareem, what you been up to? Well, I got this organization, and we really are doing great thing. And it's just like, damn, the only thing that's missing is flop sweat on your head. And he get that call. All right, hey, Kareem, I gotta go. And he just says on his face, he has a look on his face like he could looked at the audience and just said, "I'm f***ing dead."
Oh yeah, sorry guys, I gotta go die. Well, it's the only way we're gonna get this thing moving.
Well,
I gotta give you a purpose, don't I?
And the way he even says, "Goodbye, Kareem." He should have said,
You mean Junior?
I'm sorry.
JJ.
Goodbye, JJ. Yeah. He should have added like, "Goodbye, old friend."
Yeah. What is that? I'll talk to you later. Later never comes.
Yeah. When they bring Shaft in, you're like, thank God. Now we about to raise the quality of this movie right here.
Right, Samuel Jackson. Here we go.
So Samuel
Experienced
Jackson,
actor who's done this role before.
Yep. And Samuel Jackson, he does sort of bring the quality of the movie up. For one thing, he's having a great time in the film.
Sure.
Because they just let him have free reign to drop as many motherfuckers as he wants to. Every other line is motherfucking. I don't have a problem with it, but
Well, it's just some lines are goddamn.
oh, that's right. But there's a lot of motherfuckers he dropped. People walk in the room. Damn, I tripped over motherfuckers.
Anybody gonna clean these motherfuckers up?
Motherfuckers are done. Is Samuel Jackson here? Yeah, motherfucker. Okay. That says it all. Just want to know. I like him. It's fun watching Samuel Jackson just get to be Samuel Jackson. Shaft, on the other hand, it is hard for me to say this after damn near almost 3 decades of Shaft being cool. It had to run out at some point.
Yeah. No, this is that Shaft that where you go like, man, he's old school. This is where you go, okay, I can see now why people can hate old school
Yeah.
because he comes on. You think he's gonna be cool, but he's like that embarrassing uncle.
He really is.
And it's like that one you grew up with. He's like, man, he's so funny. You gotta meet my uncle. He's hilarious, and he's there saying a bunch of racist, homophobic shit.
Yeah.
And he's laughing at his own jokes, and you're like, shit, this used to be funny, and now I'm in mixed company. This shit is not funny at all.
Shaft is not cool in this at all.
No.
Shaft will get you laughed at if you don't go to jail first. The kind of shit you pull with him. I mean, Shaft. I tell you, part of it again is the material that he's given.
Yeah. I mean, I get where they're going because they're trying to show this clash of the old world with the new. Because a lot of what he says is very anti-millennial and just the way things are now.
Well,
which it's funny about 10% of the time, but there's that other 90% where it's either not funny or it's just so
kinda
awkward. You just
cringy,
don't-
yeah.
cringy. Yeah, you just feel like, oh man, this is. I know what y'all were going for, but you're not doing it.
Even before he says anything or does anything, the way they just try to force him to even look more youthful is embarrassing.
Oh, man.
There's a part in here where, and I looked at this and I was like, God damn, y'all didn't even let the glue dry on his goatee. You see that shit?
Oh no, that was glitter.
Was that glitter?
Because he had a stripper over. That was to
okay.
indicate that he'd been eating out the stripper before.
Okay,
Because that's the level of humor we're dealing
I
with.
thought he went down on a snail or something. Yeah.
Well, even when they did the flashbacks, the de-aging software they used on him, it ain't that Disney brand.
It ain't Martin level. I mean, Marvel
Marvel
level.
level. No. It's that whatever the store brand is, Parade or Hill Country Fair. It's like, man, y'all just smeared Vaseline on the lens and just airbrushed the shit out of him.
It's hardly any difference. I'll tell you what they did. They got 2 pieces of Scotch tape and just pulled his face back a little bit because it ain't no difference, man.
Yeah, well, it's just smoother overall.
It's just a little smoother.
but it's airbrush smoother.
Yeah,
where it's
yeah.
like that's too smooth.
What they
He
did,
doesn't even have pores at all.
they just caked a bunch of powder on his face. Shit,
Powder, more like clay.
Shit, they filled in the cracks with cake batter.
They spackled it on.
Yeah, they put brownie batter in them crevices. It's like, God damn, man. Yeah, I looked at it, I was like, shit, I thought it was today. Because at the bottom, I looked at him, I was like, oh shit, well, I guess we just jump right into it at the bottom, 1998. And I was like, bullshit. That's the Samuel Jackson I know today.
Right.
It doesn't work because it loses the grittiness of all the other films. And the reason why is because it's silly. They might as well just recast Kevin Hart as Shaft and let Adam Sandler direct this shit. You probably would have got the same thing. It spends so much time having Shaft and Junior riff on each other that everything around them is completely bland. The shootouts are generic. The side characters are generic. They're just kind of generic comedy, just kind of comedy relief characters. The bad guys are just henchmen.
Yeah.
There's not even a memorable villain in this movie.
There's really not. I mean, by the time you get to him, it's the very end, and you're like, oh, brother, you showed up way too late for this.
Oh shit, man! You know what? Hey, listen. Shaft 2000 was over the top. I will give you that.
Yeah.
In a system where money can buy you freedom,
People,
Someone located.
it's gonna cost you.
You know, now see, I want to get to that part right there. You got 2 great actors in here. You got Christian Bale and you got Jeffrey Wright. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. The villains were over the top, but it's amazing how they went in and cared enough about these characters to give them.
yeah, I have real heated emotions about Christian Bale's character in this.
Oh yeah, no, you know they're great. The thing is, they're great actors, and they give them true moments of intimate dialogue to let them feel like real people. There's a scene in here where it's Peoples Hernandez, played by Jeffrey Wright, and Christian Bale. They're in jail together, and that moment they have there, they stopped. They didn't worry about the action. They didn't worry about how crazy these characters were. They gave them some genuine, amazing dialogue. Tiger Woo. You see how great that is?
Yeah,
they
yeah.
let this movie it has no apologies about being just a straight up action film, But what they did was they realized they had some great dialogue, and they got two great actors to just sit back and have a scene where that scene is amazing because they're just there to get to know each other, and to set up the characters. But they set up the characters not in some funny action film kind of way. They set up the characters where they had a conversation.
Yeah.
With this movie, the main villain don't show up until the end. And is a terrible villain.
Yeah.
Just walking in sneering.
Yeah.
Shaft, you remember when I shot you years ago? And I was like, shut the f up, man. It's like, really? That's your big entrance? Regina Hall.
She's always hilarious.
She's always funny. What was that last movie she did? Which wasn't good, but she was good in it.
Right, the one where she was the boss with the Freaky Friday.
Where she turned into a little kid.
Wow, that movie we can't even remember the name of.
Yeah, because it's shitty.
You see the problem?
Yeah, because it's forgettable, like this movie is right here. The only thing that's make this movie memorable is like, wow, how'd you fuck up Shaft that much, man? But the problem with the movies is you have some talented women in there, but hey, look, you know me, I ain't trying to jump on no feminine shit because I will tell you straight up, if I don't agree with it, I don't agree with it. But here, it's kind of weird, and the cringe comes in the way the movie either refers to women as people that need to be saved, either villains are pain in the ass, or seriously they are referred to just straight up as pussy.
Yeah,
it's like, damn, pussy got a name.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this movie would make sense if rather than showing us what Shaft has done since 2000, is if they showed how he fell in a frozen lake and didn't get thawed out until just now.
Yeah.
Or he was in a time machine and he came through. Because it's so much that has happened between 2000 and now where I'm like, man, you can be as old school as you want. You can't ignore the changes we've had in society and in technology.
Exactly. And you can't try to do that by making fun of it, but still condoning and encouraging what the main character does.
That's the thing, yeah. On one hand, they make fun of it, but on more often than not, they condone it. And that's where the cringe factor comes in, because even when you have Junior or JJ, the one going like, "Yo, man, you can't do that," and they constantly make him the buffoon or the butt of the jokes. So it's almost like everything he's saying is like, don't listen to him.
Yeah,
he's like, wait a minute now.
Yeah, he's the square.
Yeah,
he's the one that's not cool. He's Shaft. Now Shaft can refer to women as pussy as much as he wants to. Why? Because he's Shaft and he's the title character and he's cool, right?
Wearing. You sure you like pussy?
Yes, I like pussy, yeah.
The way you say pussy don't sound like you like it. Describe what a pussy look like.
That joke goes several times in the movie, man. The worst thing in the movie is Shaft. Samuel Jackson Shaft. He's the worst thing in the movie because he is an outdated character. None of these movies he was exactly PC.
Sure.
Samuel Jackson in the last movie was not PC. Richard Roundtree, who's the original Shaft, he definitely wasn't PC because it's the fucking 70s, man.
Right. They're products of the time.
Yeah, he's a product of the time. So Richard Roundtree, who's the senior Shaft right there, that's fine. But now they have him doing comedy where there is nothing cool about Shaft, the Shaft that we know, where he was. Because see, in the last movie, like I said, he wasn't exactly PC, but it did fit the tone of the film where he was more of a throwback to a blaxploitation action hero, and he wasn't as over the top as he is in this movie.
No, not at all.
He actually had class.
Yes,
that's the thing.
That's what it was. He
had class.
Yeah.
He had class. Now, and I'm gonna rap a little bit. I'm not trying to do this on purpose, but it's true. Like back then he had class. Now he's just crass. This is a guy that is completely outdated. And the way they make him make fun of modern things is supposed to make him look. It's supposed to make it look like doing things old school is cooler.
Yeah.
There's all these computers and shit y'all got today. There's they ain't got none on this system. Cause that's what they should have done. It's like, look, man, y'all got all these smartphones and shit to think for you. You should be thinking with your head, and that's how I lived out in these streets.
Right, and that would make a perfect sense.
But he just sounds like a guy that just doesn't fucking get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he's like, man, women don't. They want you to tell them what you want.
Yeah,
you tell them what they want. Because when the message starts out is, look, you got to have confidence. You're like, well, okay, yeah, he's right about that.
Yeah.
But then he takes it to that level of, no, you tell them what they want.
Yeah.
Then you're like, oh, man.
You tell them what they want, don't apologize, and the kid is arguing, and he makes a good point, but then the movie makes you feel like, no, don't side with this square, this dumbass right here. Shaft is talking, bitches, you know, and everything, and it's not smart the way they make him old school. It really is like this. Oh, you got a computer with your uppity ass.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you got a nice apartment with a nice bed and furniture. What, you trying to be white?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm trying to be white by having a home and supporting myself.
It's an actual line in the movie.
Yes.
Early in the movie.
This is the way the movie, and this is the way it should have been played out. Shaft is like somebody's grandfather who wrote fan fiction about himself. You know? Like some dude's outdated, expired ass grandfather who wrote the coolest story about himself.
I mean, you think about there's scenes where they walk into a place and not only women are all like, oh, Shaft, you're here. But even they go to one scene and even a gay guy is like,
Yeah, that
really?
kind,
And his old ass, that's what's happening? I'm like, yeah, that's what it really crosses over into fan fiction territory.
Well, Martin, he's a bad mother. Shut my mouth. And this movie's garbage, man. Speaking of trash shit in here, they don't even give a fuck. So they can work Junior in here and they can make a trio of generation to generation. They just changed it to where Richard Roundtree is his father.
Yeah.
In the movie before, he was his son. And here's the funny thing about it. He's talking about, boy, look at you. You looking old like me. And it's like, because he is.
Right.
When did you have, it's like you were just 10 years older than him. When did you have the motherfucker when you were 10?
I know.
I mean, I know you Shaft, but
Well, yeah, because it's like, oh, you're a 60-year-old man. I'm like, I think Samuel Jackson's older than that.
Samuel Jackson is 70.
Yeah.
And Richard Roundtree about 75. Now, unless this motherfucker was f***ing at snack time in kindergarten, I don't know how this happens. You know? They look stupid. They
look like morons.
They look like a corny ass R&B group from the 90s. You see?
Oh, it's one of those old school bands where members have died, but they add in younger guys.
They got a new younger guy.
Like the new OJs.
Yeah. If they wanted to go the comedy route, it's not like I'm not saying that they couldn't have done it either, because they had something.
Yeah.
They should have went the 21 Jump Street route.
That could have worked.
They do it like they use Samuel Jackson to actually say, all right, you know,
yeah,
you've been cool for a lot of years. Your time is done.
Yeah.
And
the stuff you thought was cool, it's not cool anymore.
No.
And we got to help you.
Yeah, exactly. Man, they could have still made a great action movie, and the comedy should have been just a little more subtle, and it should have been sort of a re-examination of this type of character. You know, everybody's talking about toxic masculinity and shit today.
Yeah.
This would have been a great movie to do that with.
It would have. That would have been a great way to go. Some of these jokes actually are funny. I have to admit, peppered in there, some would catch me and make me laugh out loud.
Yeah, yeah.
But there were quite a bit more where I was just like, you tripped over your dick on that one.
Yeah, you're laughing at Samuel Jackson because Samuel Jackson's naturally funny, man. You can't help but laugh at Samuel Jackson. So I felt like, man, maybe I should give the movie somewhat of a pass for laughing at him. But I was like, no, I'm laughing at Samuel Jackson. I'm not laughing at Shaft. Right. I'm not laughing at anything in this fucking movie. I was sitting up here just groaning at some of these jokes that they were doing outside of Samuel Jackson just being natural.
Yeah.
What would you give it?
Man, I honestly felt like I don't like a lot of what's going on here, but I can't say I absolutely hate it because I am getting some laughs, and it's just a low matinee. And then it got to the conclusion, the big climax and the final conclusion, and I was like, boy, you guys wouldn't let you off. I got to go some old bullshit now.
Yeah, I can't stand when. I'm not mad at the movie. I'm just saying, I'm sitting up there and I'm looking at them thinking that everything they're doing is funny when that character is not funny at all, man. And y'all are thinking like, this is hilarious. After seeing what they did with Shaft 2000, man, and how good they did that, it's like, wow. I don't even understand. I'm baffled at this kind of turn that you took to go straight out comedic as you did right here. it'd be different if the comedy worked, but it doesn't. You change this into more of a comedy for some shit that's not even funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is some bullshit, man. This is trash, man. It's on so many levels. Yeah, man. Nah, it's some old bullshit. And I give it that reluctantly. I was trying to fight hard.
Me too. I was fighting for it.
I was fighting for that low. I was fighting for at least a low rental. But at the end of it, when these Negroes put on these Goodwill coats and thought that shit was cool, I was like, wow, you have no clue at all what you're doing here.
No.
None of this. Y'all are outdated, man.
Because, it's like, okay, this is where we go out strong, and something's going to happen that we've been saying is going to happen from the beginning. And when it does, it's like, that was it?
Yeah.
Really? That's you've been pumping me along all this? All right.
Shit, when I pulled that, when this scene came up in the movie, I thought I pulled out an old CD cover.
Jodeci returns.
And we're nice guys. You know you want to spend more time with us. So hit that subscribe button. And if you really love what we do, check out our main site, doubletoasted.com, where you can not only find the long-form version of this video, unedited, uncensored, but also the live streams that we do almost every night of the week. Support us at dtmerch.com. And remember to always stay toasty.